Great. Hey, a great Wednesday morning. I should know it's Wednesday today because I teach at church. I don't know.
No, I come in with a grand entrance.
With a crowd interest. Guys, it's a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville. Spent my morning going back and forth scootering throughout the International Boulevard this morning and ran into a lot of folks out there. And it was interesting. Uh, Vito's in the house.
Woo! And I'm not wearing green. No floating head. What's that? I brought him cookies,
Coffee,
and
cinnamon roll.
from. See that? If you don't know that logo, you should.
Sweet Notes Baking Company. Let me tell you that those cookies. I don't know if Corey's watching. The cookies are amazing. Maybe a little bit more rosemary.
Yes, empezar.
No, they're
to
amazing.
let everyone know, Erasmo doesn't like local business.
I love he doesn't support local business.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't support local.
I
business.
love local business, and I love.
He's gonna find
Sweet
somebody
Notes.
to talk bad about Corey's little new store.
I usually don't find people to talk bad about other people. I do that really well myself. This morning it was kind of funny, but yesterday there was a post about someone COVID about someone selling pan de lote. I got a little bit of a cinnamon roll stuck in my.
You have botulism or what?
No, I got a little bit of cinnamon roll stuck in my throat. Oh yeah, so I found out. Some lady, someone selling pan de lote, and they had like a little bakery stuff, and I said, "Oh, great!" And they're going, y con su pan de lote le damos un café. And I said, I put a little meme about me raising my hand, my hand, and saying, I want some because I love pan de lote. I mean, I'm really, really love pan de lote. So, I went back for some reason because some other people had commented this morning, and other people had commented, and I said like, oh, well, haven't gotten a response, and all of them had a little heart on there, where they heart the comment except mine, and I'm going like, I know you didn't, so I said, well, I actually wanted to go buy some pan de lote, but I guess being ignored. So I unfriended the individual.
That's just wrong of you.
Well, because they were on my friends list. And
they gave you free coffee.
No, they didn't give me free coffee. I wasn't wanting free
So
coffee.
was that pan de lote or cornbread?
No, it looked like pan de lote. Cornbread is different. Cornbread is not as soft.
Or
It's a
sweet.
little bit more on the texture-y side because it's made with cornmeal.
And texture.
Let me tell you, I like those ribs. I like it to tickle my face. Good morning. Good morning. Corey, rosemary cookies, delicious. A little bit more rosemary, but they're delicious. I'm not complaining. They're delicious as they are.
And he's not allergic to nuts, so that plan didn't work.
Yeah, if I was allergic to nuts, they'd go my weekends. No, but great stuff. Again,
Yes.
guys, Sweet Notes Baking Company. Thank you, Corey. We still got to do a video together. Let me get through the comments and then we'll go into good morning. Good morning. Thank you for calling Vito a gentleman.
Why, yes. Joe, you're doing a great job at Hannah, buddy.
He's amazing. I love him. Where is the green shirt?
Hey, if you can tell, yesterday he said, if you're going to come on the show tomorrow, wear pink. Eh?
We coordinated.
Huh? Well, he says, or else you're not coming on the show.
Good morning.
Morning,
Good
Vicente.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. I thank you for sharing the second statement I made to me last night. I asked twice for an investigation into the conspiracy between Roy, the foundation, and the cultural district. Let me tell you, I didn't get to see the first statement. I probably need to go back and see it, but I did record that little bit, and I shared it on the page in regards to the concerns shared by Commissioner Galassi. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we will.
Good morning,
Corey.
Good morning, hermosa.
Love you.
Corey. So is Vito running for office, or did he get locked out of his house just asking for his this income?
Rick, you got that one right, dude. I can't find my keys.
Are
I've been checking up here in his office.
too much, and showering in the sink.
Hey, it works.
Yeah, ahí están ahí los calcetines,
The
los
toilet
calzones.
water is still clean.
Good stuff. And that's what I'm drinking right about now.
What? That's just wrong of you all over again.
Great coffee. No, it was great coffee. Um, Rito, I actually asked him I think yesterday. Did you come by yesterday?
I was here yesterday, and
Oh, with
and
the shooting.
yeah, when the shooting happened,
We were,
because I was like on the night before, I was just so out of tune of what was going on when you had that young lady Ashley on the show that is trying to stop funding to the children's museum.
well,
And then what's her name, Miss Rebulcava,
Rubalcaba.
brought up a good point: is why is Sombrero Fest asking for money when they never have before?
Yeah, and it wasn't a short amount of change. It was a big old amount of change.
Yeah, it was 165,000, but they brought it down to 100 because I asked a board member, and not Roy De Los Santos, because
He's your buddy.
Sombrero Fest has 30 board members.
Damn.
If you the way it works, if you become president of Sombrero Fest, you automatically become a board member. So there's 30 board members at Sombrero Fest. So with the when the pandemic happened, there was no Sombrero Fest. So there was no funds generated. Okay. This past year, there was a Sombrero Fest, but due to inclement weather, there wasn't a lot of people because it was raining and cold.
Oh, I remember.
Okay. So they're asking for this money to offset the losses that they had in order to keep the prices down for admission. So if you want to stop them from getting funding, well, get ready to either pay $15 to $20 to get into Sombrero Fest, and then everyone's going to be in uproar. Or you know what? And then you can blame him, and I'll tell you why. So now people are going to either have to pay $15 to $20 to get into Sombrero Fest, which now it's become expensive, and not everyone's going to be able to afford to get into Sombrero Fest. And they're not trying to be elitist like everyone says, but remember when you started the gas shortage?
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You told everybody, oh, you better go get gas because the world is going to run out of gas. And then Mocos, Brownsville was out of gas for like
crazy.
3 weeks because Erasmo started the panic that, oh my God. And if simple math, say there's 10,000 gallons of gas in Brownsville, and each car takes 12 to 15 gallons.
It's gone.
Only 600 and something cars can get gas out of what? Maybe 10,000 cars?
That's the power of Erasmo.
Yeah, exactly. So
with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. But so if next year the prices of Sombrero Fest go up, we'll come back to this episode and blame this guy.
It'll be my fault. But one of the questions I think Ashley's asking, I saw it come up, and it's my question too. One of the things that Nerith Galonsky made mention yesterday, Vito, at the city commission meeting, was that they had money. Right. They were solvent. They had money. So
are they a sustainable?
Yeah,
but everyone that's asking for money is sustainable.
Yeah,
but the hot tax funding is if you bring in tourism. It is if you bring in tourism into the city, you are able to be allocated these funds.
But they have money,
right?
So you're saying,
and so does Beer Fest,
yeah,
and all of them.
Yeah,
you know, here I did a
no, that's fine. But they have money. So the question is, why be asking for money? You said that it's to offset the loss of last year
of 2 years,
but they still already have money, even with that offset. I mean, they're still in the.
Well,
black.
I don't know how much money they have. But I mean,
but they're still in the black.
They're still in the black.
Okay, unlike Ciclovia, that is in the red.
Right, but you see, I can't speak about Ciclovia because that's a totally different.
It is. But what I'm trying to get at is why, if you're in the black, do you need to get money to offset when that money can be used elsewhere for other entities,
right?
Other groups,
and the other entities have all the power to go and apply. but entities aren't applying. This is an application process. It's not, oh, we're just going to give you money. It has to go through the application process. You have to meet their criteria, and if you don't get funded.
But who decides the criteria?
The city.
Exactamente. And,
Right.
and is it? And again, we go back into the same thing. It's always the same little groups that are formed with the same little people on the boards and the committees that always get all the funds. Again, look, and my issue is they need to be a little bit more on the transparent side and get. And I'll give you one example. And again, it was something that I thought was amazing. We used to have Dulceton down southmost. I mean, they would hold an event every year for the kids down southmost. They never got a cent from the city of Brownsville.
Who started that?
Michael Rodriguez.
Michael Rodriguez
and these folks.
Right.
They never got a cent for the city of Brownsville, and they asked. And I know that they asked because they contacted their city commissioner back then, which was Ricardo Longoria, and they were never able to qualify for anything. And again, look, at the end of the day,
were they a nonprofit? You see, they didn't meet the. If they were coming for fun, they don't meet the criteria because
no. But again, one of the things that I think that the city needs to work on, let's make all these people nonprofits. Another group that I really appreciate and I really like is Big Heroes. I love Big Heroes. They are a nonprofit. I was surprised that they haven't been getting on any list. And again, maybe it's because
they're not applying.
Well, again, maybe we as a city need to go. And I know that there were several individuals out there when they did the opening, when they received a property where they're going to office out of. And congratulations to Big Heroes. They do amazing work. So now, why wasn't their commissioner involved saying, hey guys, these are available to y'all? I think part of the problem is their marketing. Going back into your friend Brian Martinez.
I found out you're not making $75,000, so don't worry about lending me $2.
Well, he's making more.
He's making a lot less.
Well, anyway, so my concern is, where is the advertising so that other businesses, other nonprofits could also benefit in all these funds? Why does it seem like it's always the same little niche groups that are full of individuals? And this we learned yesterday, like Roy de los Santos, Brian Martinez.
Roy de los Santos, how you doing, Commissioner? Doing a good job.
Roy de las Chanclas.
Even if he doesn't like you.
I like Roy de las Chanclas.
We'll put him on the show. Send him an invite right now.
He's got an open invitation anytime he wants to come. He knows that. Commissioner de las Chanclas, anytime you want to come on, you automatically know you have an open invitation. So again, why did it seem like it's always the same individuals? Now, that Commissioner Roy de las Chanclas receives money from the Midi District or the foundation, one of those two. I don't know.
I believe he's on their board or something. He has to be something on the foundation.
Yeah, but makes money off of him.
Well, I mean, he has a job with them. It's not like he just how was it put? I think I saw someone post that.
But then,
it was said on the Monday show that he's just out getting drunk everywhere.
No one said that.
Yes, he did, and
I didn't say
that. Prove it.
I didn't say that.
On Monday's show.
No, I didn't say that.
When you had that little young lady that, he's just at all the bars downtown. He could, I don't know what.
And she might have said that. I didn't say that.
And I'll find it.
And again, one of the things I don't care about their personal lifestyle. I don't care if they drink. I don't care who they sleep with. It's not my thing. I've never gone after anyone because of their extracurricular activities. I leave that to the local politicos. But my concern is, what are you doing with our money? And one of the things that was mentioned yesterday, which he excused himself because of all the boards and committees, which is the right thing to do.
The right conflict of interest. Which there's really, we could go to some of the people on the board of BISD.
100%.
There's conflict of interest there.
It's like the San Benito board was out there with a vendor here in Madeira.
Yeah,
all drinking it up, and there was quorum. I agree with you, but once you look at the emails that were collected, you see that he was doing all the legwork in regards to getting these monies for these boards and committees that he's on.
Do it. I mean, the city hires.
But don't you think that there's a conflict? I mean, you're a sitting commissioner, and you're out there, doing all the emails and all the legwork and all the paperwork to make sure that you get the money, and ultimately you're going to be one of the deciding factors in regards to what happens to the money.
No, because he excused himself. So he's not one of the deciding factors.
Deciding factors on what is done with the money after they receive it.
He's right. He's on the board for Sombrero Fest. So
and
if
middies.
I'm pretty sure he could have, anyone else could have, hey, you know what, we need to ask for this money.
Okay, but in this case, just for transparency reasons,
Transparency.
just for transparency, we don't just get off the damn boards, committees.
Well, I mean,
Just get off of them because you're a sitting city commissioner who's ultimately going to decide. Just get off of them.
well,
I mean, he still has his little achichincles in there. I mean, he's still going to control what goes on and not. Just step off.
I don't know how he can control 30 board members.
Well, come on, Vito. You know how this. I mean,
I
you
mean,
used to be.
there's
You
an
used to be.
increment.
You
When you
used to
have,
be the head of that.
no, I wasn't ahead. I was just a volunteer.
No, Vito was one of the big wigs when it came to Sombrero Festival.
No,
Let's go through the comments before we get
Let's
real behind.
go.
Good morning, Vito and Erasmo.
Woo!
Con
Ah,
razón,
Denise.
no andas en HEB hoy. Vito siempre anda
That
en
was me.
HEB.
Yeah, I'm always at HEB.
After you recommend us, a lot of your viewers
Oh,
came in.
go back to Denise. Hey Denise, because she works sometimes in the gas. She gets in trouble a lot, so they put her in the gas.
Ah, see?
Yeah, so every time she's in there, you have to either give an arm or a leg for the gas prices there.
Well, it's kind of funny because remember, I caused the gas shortage.
Yeah,
in
yes, you
Bravo.
did. You know, and a couple of other things. I mean, we can go down the list of the panic you started in school.
A lot of you came. The power of Erasmo. Good morning. Good morning. Nina Hermosa. Good. I've been
Morning.
worried about you, mi amor. Hope you're doing good. Did you hear about the guy that got his coffee stolen? Yeah, he got mugged.
Nice, way to go, Peter.
Ba-dum-bum. Good morning. Good morning. Ay, qué hermoso, Paricio. Love you, Papa. But Sombrero Festival has money in the bank. Yeah.
Correct, they do, Miss Ashley. And like I was saying, they're trying to offset raising the prices to Sombrero Fest. I mean, if you're one of the people that don't let them, fine, but don't be crying later if their prices go up to get in,
You know,
and if the prices go up for beer, and if the prices go up for the pirata taco.
yeah, Vito trying to play devil's advocate, but really defending his friends.
Yes, I have friends. He's my friend.
He has no friends.
You know,
Mocos perro. Get Benice to bring his pipes of peace.
woo! No, we have to go to his coffee shop for that.
Don't tell the people when you have money that you need more to prevent raising prices. They still have money. Well, they still have money.
Yes.
Again, they're not in the red. I'm going to say that they probably have a couple $100,000 in the bank. It's just
Right. Let's say they have $200,000
easily.
Okay. And let's say they're gonna bring Los Tigres del Norte again.
God, again.
Okay. Let's just that group charges $80,000 to perform. Okay, $80,000. So out of the $200,000, that leaves them 120. Okay, and they still have to get bands for all 3 nights, and not just any bands. Y'all want headliners. You want
There are no headliners coming.
You want who name some bands?
Intocable.
Intocable, La Mafia, and whoever else that they get.
Mass.
No, we can't do that.
Why?
Well, your friend can't be around children. Why aren't we complaining about him doing shows? Anyway, so say that their budget for this year out of $200,000 is $265,000. Where are they going to generate those funds? Well, now you have to say, well, you know what? Admission has to go up. So we're not in the red coming out of this weekend. So $20 to get into Sombrero Fest, yeah, that's going to offset it. So you tell me, I'm going to go to Sombrero Fest, whether, if it's $15 or $20.
Because you're rich.
No, it's not that I'm rich. It's that it's a tradition.
Well, let me tell you, one of the things I can almost guarantee you that all those people that go to Sombrero Fest would pay $20 to still go to Sombrero
Fest. Of course. It's going to be those that can't are going to be complaining.
Well, those that can't don't go
remember,
anywhere.
He doesn't like crowds, so you won't see him at Sombrero Fest.
Not unless I'm running for office.
Exactly.
Which is like every year.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't like crowds. Again, nothing against Sombrero Fest. If people like to do that, more power to them. I hate crowds.
Nothing to the Jazz Festival. Nothing to First Fridays. Nothing to and anything having to do with large crowds.
Yeah, and I just don't like the large crowds. And let me tell you, and it's not because soy creído ni nada. It's just part of who I am.
No, he's creído.
Aparte. But one of the things that I do is when I go to these places, I try to go esquivar to where there's less people. It's just my thing. I don't like to be around large groups of people. Have they asked the attendees of Beer Fest where they are from, or are they all from Brownsville? All from Brownsville.
All from Brownsville. And you know what? They get money every year, 20,000.
Palacheve. No employees, all volunteers. It was already expensive to go as a family.
Well, if you become a member, that's where you find the cost come down.
Not
At
good.
one time, it was $100 for 6 people. $100 to get into Sombrero Fest of a family of 6.
Still a lot of money.
Well, no, average it out. 6 times 10,
60.
okay, and that's
And
do
you're
it
paying
3
100.
times, and do it 3
Oh,
times.
yeah.
So
Who
for
wants to
100
go out?
bucks,
Who wants to go out there every single day? My lord.
me, I go. It's tradition. It's our heritage.
No tiene vida el vato.
Because I hate everybody.
So if it's a joke anyway, I mean, $15 to get in,
It's 10.
for example, it's not worth it. Some same food, same band, nothing changes. Pasque. Okay, awesome, great team. Vito, grab the red jacket.
Oh, it's my jacket. It's at the house. It's not his.
It's actually back there. Thanks to the city employee in the city vehicle who paid for my breakfast with a city card at the Whataburger drive. We should be paying for mine as well. At Ricardo's, yeah, Ricardo's is great food.
Yes, Ricardo's has great food.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
And
he
I'm
does.
very, very proud that they have 4 locations in the city of Brownsville.
Yes.
One on International, one downtown on 10th Street, one on
Dana?
by Coffee Port Road,
No, one on Alton Glore.
Alton Glore,
Coffee Port and
Road.
Dana.
It's not Dana.
Isn't it?
It's Robindale. Robindale.
Yeah,
Robindale.
Yes.
And great food, guys. Every single time I've gone to Ricardo's, again, every
Excellent.
single time, great food.
Great food.
I've never had anything bad to say about Ricardo's.
No, but everybody else.
But everybody else, this is Saco la Garra. It's easy to make statements regarding nonprofits. True nonprofits have IRS and state of Texas requirements. True transparency should include providing tax returns and financial statements. That would be great. And one of the
Yes.
things I think that was brought up in yesterday's meeting was they'd like for them to turn in their financials. I don't know if it's part of the application process to ask for tax dollars out there, but it should be. Don't put words in my mouth, sir.
I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Another day in paradise, Alfredo Castillo. Vito's internet works now. It hasn't since 2020. He's using mine.
Yes, I'm using his. We're split screening.
Let me go. Hold on. I just got asked. We're split screening. It'd be funny if we were, but or we're not. Let's see. Let's go through the comments. Voter apathy can be attributed to cynicism, lack of trust, and lack of transparency by many of our elected officials. If we don't vote, we allow others to make the decisions for us. 100%.
Exactly. We're a city of what? Maybe if it's a non-presidential election, 15,000 people come out to vote?
Oh, yeah.
But-
If that.
Yeah.
Vito trying to play devil's advocate, but really defending his compadres. Yeah.
Yes.
Look,
Of course.
Vito.
I'm not devil's advocate. I'm giving you facts.
No, Vito.
I'm not making innuendos.
Yeah, he's making innuendos. Vito hangs out with the elite of Brownsville.
What?
El cree que because he's a St. Joe kid.
Ay,
You are a St. Joe kid. You're part of the St. Joe Mafia.
No, I'm not a St. Joe kid.
You are a St. Joe kid.
I graduated from Hannah.
But you didn't you spend all your years at St. Joe?
No.
Vito, you're a Cardenas.
And
You're a St. Joe kid.
why are you? You see, this is the way it starts. The little rumor starts like this, and then it gets bigger.
St. Joe
and
Mafia.
bigger.
No, it's true. Why do you think came out with that poster where he's like a Video Corleone? If everyone goes up and less people go, bye Sombrero Fest, they need to bite the bullet. We all suffered through the pandemic, and we all didn't get a
Well, no,
bailout
you
from,
see, no, wait a minute. You see, I this is a great statement right here. We all suffered through the pandemic, so obviously you didn't get Trump money every month.
Papi Trump.
Yeah, or when he was giving out. So obviously you did not, and you did not apply for any type of relief like what do you call it? Unemployment. Unemployment had where people were getting more money than what they were making at their job, and that's why half of them didn't go back. They said, "Oh no, I'm making more money with my unemployment." So, if you're saying that no one got money, then I want to say at least more than 90% of people got money somehow, either through Trump, through unemployment.
I would say probably more, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
So
90%.
yeah, we all suffered, but Sombrero Fest didn't get money from anywhere.
But they didn't have any expenses.
Yeah, and everything went up. Bands go up.
Yeah, but they bring out the same bands. I mean,
I'm not a part of that process.
You were there.
I was there.
You were the head of Sombrero Fest.
I was not the head of Sombrero Fest.
Trust me, I know for a fact that
Oh,
Vito
I
was
was
the
not.
head, the floating head of Sombrero Fest.
Nope, I was just a volunteer,
The floating
making
head,
sure everybody was having a good time under the big tent.
the floating head of Sombrero Fest, Vito Cardenas. He's got influence in the city, and again, that's fine. They didn't produce any income during that year
In
and a half, 2 years, but they didn't have any expenses. Well, they did. Sombrero Festival already is overpriced for what it is.
$10,
Too much.
and you can get in free the first 3 hours with your children.
And you just stay there, okay?
I live there.
Do you go in for free or do you actually pay?
I pay. I every year I fill out an application to be a member for $40.
Being technically right isn't ethically. Is it ethical? Maybe.
I don't know.
Sombrero Fest sucks, is cheap and ghettoish. I didn't say that. What can we do to create an open market in regards to utilities and make this monopoly PUB hands in addition for voting objectively? That's a good question, Vito. I'll let you take that one.
Wait, hold on. What can we do to create an open market?
You can read, right?
In regards to utilities to take the monopoly. Oh, that's been tried for many years.
It hasn't.
It has.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Who's tried?
I can't think of the company that tried to come in. And,
What city commissioner, what mayor, what out there was?
that
promoting?
has no.
None?
I mean none. No. PUB is it's a monopoly
Because it's a cash cow for the sitting people in power.
Yeah, I mean that's a
It's a given.
we should bring someone from PUB on here.
They won't come.
I can maybe get someone.
Well, that'd be great. Get Bruzhniak.
I don't know him, but you do.
I know Bruzhniak. But no, guys, let me tell you, it is it's a cash cow for the politicos, the corrupt political machine, to be able to siphon money from it. It happened during, and the only reason that I know about this was back then when we were fighting Fly Frontera, which we were very successful in.
Exactly.
Your buddy, Commissioner Charlie Atkinson, went out there to PUB and asked him for money.
Like me.
He does like you.
No, he doesn't like
You're good friends.
me. No,
Y'all even look alike.
I know we're getting there.
Poquito. But Charlie Atkinson went out there for PUB and asking them for money in order to offset the money that the city was going to pay Fly Frontera. And they were about to give him the money had it been that a lot of individuals in the city were going like, what the hell are you going to go out there to PUB? And that's when we learned that it's a common practice. Commissioners and individuals on these boards and committees, they constantly go to PUB and ask for your money. Paid membership. Vito has paid membership.
Paid membership, yes. It's $40. You get your passes for all 3 days and your member's shirt.
That's not actually that bad.
It isn't. It's the same price, $10. And you're saving $10 because the shirt at Sombrero Fest is $20.
I'm still not going.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna go with me. You're gonna hang out with me 3 days at Sombrero Fest.
You
have to, because you're gonna be running for something.
Of course. But you hang out with the in crowd.
I don't hang out with the in crowd.
You're always with people.
No.
Yo siempre ando solo.
Well, you don't invite me to lunch or breakfast or nothing.
You bring me breakfast.
Exactly. Me.
Elon Musk went to Sombrero Festival. Oh yeah, it had a Speedo Papa. I didn't know how to eat it.
Exactly.
I mean, the look on his face was priceless. Your buddy Eddie Trevino was all over Elon Musk.
Well, he's our county judge, and my buddy Trey Mendez was there also. Hey, he's the mayor. It's city royalty.
City royalty. Did you see the picture I put up yesterday?
Which one?
You didn't see
You
it?
put out like 100 of them.
I know. I post a lot about Mayor Trex Mendex. Oh my God, this one.
Ay,
Well, he's
ay,
staying on
ay,
his little throne.
ay, ay, ay. No, the king of Market Square, Danny Alvarado, you're doing a good job of promoting your
I,
business,
I love Danny.
bringing business downtown with all your little events that you put out of pocket. He doesn't go to the city to ask for money. All
Unlike
of that is coming out of his pocket.
unlike Trey
And,
Mendes.
and a lot more people should be going down there to support him and all the local businesses like Double Trouble, uh, Jukebox Bar,
Whiskey Tavern.
Whiskey Tavern, the library.
You know all the bars, bro.
Hey, these are I support local businesses.
Local bars
Hey, what I do after 5 p.m.
is your business.
is my business.
I don't drink anymore.
Was of course that you were falling asleep at Whataburger. Those were
Every-
the best days ever.
Everybody falls asleep at Whataburger. Haven't you fallen asleep at Whataburger?
No.
Oh, yes, you have. Don't lie. So why give money to groups? So if this group, if they're not bringing in tourists,
Well, they
Beer
are
Fest.
bringing tourists.
No, Beer Fest.
Oh, Beer Fest? I don't know.
Aren't they your buddies?
No, they're your buddies, dude. You hang out with all those guys. I've seen photos of you with them.
With who? Aren't they Liceo Davila, the Beer Fest guys?
Yeah,
He's not my buddy.
come on.
I'm running against his dog handler, his handler.
But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I've never been to. I've been to Beer Fest the first 2 years that it started, and then after that, I didn't go.
I think
It wasn't my cup of tea.
it was at Dean Porter Park at one time, right?
There's still a Dean Porter Park.
Oh well, one of those times I was like, and then I got into the parking lot and go like, it's too many people. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. So, they give out money to the zoos and I don't know where else.
I remember when Sombrero Fest was family oriented back then. It was nice. Now it's for politicos to rub elbows for the elite rich. I don't go. You know I don't go. You go.
No, you were there one year with your Eye of God thing.
No, I didn't take my Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, that guy.
It's right there. You see it?
Oh yeah, there it is.
I actually went one time with a big old sombrero and stuff, and I looked like an idiot.
Was that
I think I was running for
400 pounds?
Oh yeah, I was fat like crazy. I was almost as fat as you.
As I said yesterday, that guy, the 400-pound Erasmo, great guy. This one, not so much. Too grumpy. Yeah. No puedo comer esto.
I can't eat anything. But that rosemary cookie,
Rosemary cookie.
amazing.
Corey, all your food is amazing.
Just a little bit more rosemary.
Yes, I empezar.
They should move some
Well,
breakfast.
just do 2 cookies. Put 2 cookies together, and that's jingles of rosemary.
She said the ching
Okay.
word.
Wait, what did it say? They should move.
They should move Sombrero Fest to the sports park.
I don't think it would make a difference. Now, it would make it harder for people to get to Sombrero Fest, the ones that live in the downtown area.
Yeah, nobody look in downtown area. All we have is crack whores
lot
and
of
homeless people.
I know they're not. You've got people that have homes
Where?
all down the street,
Where?
all around Sombrero Fest. You got people
Yeah,
that live across the
Those
street.
people, those people don't go to Sombrero Fest. They rent out parking spaces in front of their house, which they shouldn't be doing.
That is true, because they don't own the street.
They don't own the streets.
But I'd rather pay them to watch my car than have it broken into. So we're paying $15 to park in front of their house. That's going to buy them a gallon of milk.
Who breaks into the cars?
I don't know.
The crack whores and the homeless. Erasmo's still right. I had a car accident more than 20 years ago, and Ben Neese called my home to make an arrangement to help his lover, just to show how judges, lawyers, politicians work.
Okay.
Was he sober? Phone, forget Ricardo Taco and beer. Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's on Frontage Road.
Frontage Road.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes,
I
that's the
I haven't been there.
neither have I. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
You
can use your funding from your campaign to pay for it.
Oh yeah. Como tengo mucho. His talking about funds when they don't even invest on their city or state is good in math, not good for helping the community. I understand a little bit. And part of the issue is, and I've made mention of this. We want some of this money that is allocated by the city, to go and benefit all of Brownsville, and all these organizations that are receiving the hot money are all in the area of downtown. And that's what's very unfortunate.
Well, because it's not. I mean, that's where what organizations are outside. The when they made
Big heroes,
the museum,
Luceton,
all the museums, they're all downtown.
because that's all that there was, Vito.
Well, exactly. Oh no, I mean,
I mean,
we had the
everything.
Choo Choo Museum.
The Chuchu Museum has been there
It's
for
been there for
ages.
yes, exactly, and that was the only museum. And
No, we also had we
no,
also
no.
we also had Stillman House.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you have the Stillman House that was getting funded over 200 and something thousand
Crazy.
dollars, and there were a foundation.
Y está igual.
Okay,
It's always been the same.
okay, and so you're going to build a cultural district. Well, where are you going to build it? Out in 511?
Somewhere in the center, Rito.
Well, exactly, by the zoo. So the zoo gets traffic. That the whole it's like the new renovation of the market, the farmers market.
Like a cannery thing.
Exactly. So,
Look, Rito, my issue is there are or were now, because there are a lot less now, a lot of historical markers down southmost. Tons.
oh yeah.
Never have they been given a second thought. Never been given a second thought.
Well-
Actually, they've torn down most of southmost. And that's historical, because
Mhm.
Brownsville consisted of the west side,
Mhm.
the downtown area, and the southmost.
Exactly.
Part of the issue was that the west side were the Vito people, the rich people,
Yeah, no,
like Cache.
I grew up on Roosevelt, right across the street from Falk.
Very rich, and one of the wealthiest families here. And the people in southmost siempre éramos los provetones, because para allá estaban todos los ranchos, para allá estaba el rancho de nosotros y el rancho de todas las otras familias. Historically, there's a lot of history going down that way. It's never been given the time of day. Never. I mean, they don't even have bike lanes down southmost, like the way they have in Alton Glory and everything else.
Oh yeah.
They never given a second thought, and I don't want them down southmost.
Well, that's Miss Gowan.
I don't want
She's
bike
a part
lanes.
of that little
She's crazy.
committee.
She's a nut.
That,
I know
you
she's
know,
your friend. She's
my
a nut.
friend, Rose Gowan. You're doing a good job.
A horrible
You've done
job.
a good job for the healthy people.
But
of
again,
Brownsville.
no, it's not. Look, one of the things that I've shared this. Look, one of the most used bike lanes is the one on International Boulevard. The one on International Boulevard.
Mhm.
Have you been down that bike lane? I have. It's horrible.
Well, yeah, because you're on your scooter
It's horrible.
and you're the only one.
No, because all my kids that come from Matamoros, that come on their bikes,
Okay.
they use that to go to Porter.
Okay. So that's there's a gripe right there.
Yeah.
Let's make a bike lane for them.
No, it's already there. It's just
Okay.
ill kept,
Well,
and that's what I'm concerned with. Why is it that they?
it's a phone call to call this in and say, hey, can you clean this up?
Vito, I've been yelling about it for years now.
Yeah, but here. Nobody watches this show. Look, there's only like 2 people.
It's actually 70.
I think Richard Steamboat went to bed already.
Ya se durmió. ¿Lo aburriste? No, ahí está, míralo. Your view count went higher since Vito arrived on your show. Ya ves, imbécil. Y ya te estoy quemando.
Rick, let me tell you, I love your songs that you come up with.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
He
he's great.
He hasn't done a parody song in a while.
Exactly.
I can tell by the sexy pink shirt, he's a St. Joe kid.
No, if that was the case, it'd be like this.
No, that's an old St. Joe kid.
I am an old St. Joe kid.
Yeah, Vito is a St. Joe guy kid, no doubt. Hello, guys. Vito, when did you graduate? He hasn't graduated.
I know, yeah, I'm still working on that. It's the lifetime plan. Oh, from high school 86. Hannah High School.
86?
Love you, Joe. We're putting together a fundraiser for you.
Carmen Azowski. I love that last name.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Vito, keeping his hands busy under the table.
Hey, what? It's not like it's bothering him.
No, I enjoy it. Hey, it's a freebie. Let me say,
No, dude, $20 is $20.
that's my statement. Hey, Ray, I haven't seen, maybe I missed it. I haven't seen any of the shows. Are y'all still doing the talk show Central RGV style? Puro Cool Arrows Cantina.
Exactly. That's where you're going to be hanging out with me. There in my little bar that I set up every year because it's tradition. It brings everybody home.
I'll go.
It brings tourists in because all my friends from San Antonio, Houston, Dallas,
He has
come
no
in.
friends. They didn't lose any money either. Thanks to that. Offset is semantics.
Mhm. Well,
Good morning, gentlemen. Vito, does the Sombrero Fest charge the vendors for a spot and then at the end of the fest charge them a percentage of the sales? That's a great question.
that is a great question. At when it first started, they were getting a percentage of their sales, and I believe now they just charge for the spot and don't get a percentage of the sales.
You believe or you know?
I want to say that is the case today. If anyone watching Sombrero Fest, can you chime in on that one?
Or send us a text message.
Yeah, or send us a text message. But I want to say now they just charge for the spot, and then whatever you make is yours, because they used to do tickets. That's why they don't do tickets anymore. Everyone would turn in their tickets, and then Sombrero Fest would get a percentage at the end of the night of those daily sales.
Mi compadre, el comisionado, I'm not grabbing Vito's leg, he's grabbing mine.
You make it seem like that's wrong.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm actually enjoying it. Let me say, they do have to pay up a percentage of their the money that comes in to some of us, and that's just a shame. We should form a group to go full force for an open market. Well, let's do it, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
do McAllen residents ever visit Brownsville for any particular reason? Tacos?
No. We, as a community, can go to McAllen and spend our money there because we go see their concerts, we go eat their food, but McAllen will not come to Brownsville to support anything we do, or Harlingen. There's a lot of Harlingen people that don't care to come this way, and the reason McAllen is so what's the word we're looking for?
Rich,
fruitful, thriving is because all the cities around them.
It's an excuse. Downtown Brownsville has transformed at night. Transformers at night. I know what you're referring to.
I know.
La 14 is Brownsville's cultural district. La 14 sounds right. La 14 is another one.
That should have historical markers.
100%.
100%. I would fight for, all the bars that are down there have been there since my grandpa.
At MSX this month, we have visitors from UK, Saudi Arabia, France, and Italy. These are tourists that are coming and spending a lot of money to come here for SpaceX. Jack, I'm still waiting for my invitation, bro. I love you, Jack. Let me tell you, I follow a lot of Jack's postings. He's amazing. Good compadre. Vero!
Nelu! Happy belated birthday! Woo!
How come I never get an Erasmo?
Because no one likes you. You're vulgar. You start problems. What's that word you always use? Negative.
I'm a negative. Thanks. I graduated Hannah 99.
Whoa! I need your help. We're putting together a fundraiser for the theater department happening Thanksgiving weekend.
Why don't you ask for my help?
You didn't go to Hannah.
I love Hannah.
No, you don't.
I do.
I can know. You went to Porter. I love Porter. I have friends from Porter. I went to school with people from Porter.
Vito doesn't have any friends.
I don't know if you're from Hannah or Pace. No, I don't want anything to do with you.
I love all my high schools.
You do now, but back then, por favor. Exactly.
But we didn't win any football games.
Yes, you did.
No,
in 1987
with Billy.
No. And Porter Nation, I love you. I have great friends. They were on a drought of a losing streak, and in 1987 their drought ended, and they should have had a ticker tape parade because they beat Hannah.
They should have pitada.
Exactly.
I don't think they existed back then. You know why we didn't have a pitada back then? Because we didn't have cars when we were growing up.
That's true too. Everyone was on a bike.
We were so poor.
I'm an owner of a restaurant locally.
How can I be a part of Sombrero Fest?
Just get in contact. If you want to sell food there, go onto their website. I believe it's www.sombrerofestival.com.
Vendors.
And look for vendors.
Yeah.
And
good luck, Angel. Let me know if you need any help.
Yeah, if you need help, let me know because he has no pull.
No, not. But everyone gets tripped out whenever I call places. They're like, oh, he's calling here.
Yeah, we're gonna get blasted.
Vito, no one watches your show. Also, Vito,
show?
If anyone from the federal watching chime in.
Yeah, that is. Well, you never know.
Roy is now active Ray is now active in Pasión, Latino Radio TV, plus other shows, coaching shows, Tejano music shows, Spanish shows, Royal Live. Wow, congratulations.
Congratulations. Are you watching any of
No.
those shows? You don't need, you need either. But congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations. I didn't know.
Me neither did I. You know, send a message out.
Something.
I thought we were buddies. You
I thought
don't
we
call
were
me
friends.
anymore. You don't send me a text.
You don't miss it.
We don't get drunk.
Again. Fat Erasmo. Yeah. Erasmo with six pack? No.
Yeah, exactly. Fat Erasmo, great guy. You know, couldn't hug. He had the arms of Godzilla, but, you know, because he couldn't hug you.
I was fat.
No,
I'm in. I was the theater arts manager. Me too, Carmen. Woo!
Carmen, find me on Facebook.
You can't. There's no other Vito Cardenas in the world.
Exactly.
Uh,
Go back. What?
Vito liked Porter because they defended him during fights in high school.
Yes, I was a midget. I was a gnome in high school.
Hey,
and you know, anyone that stuck up.
Don't talk about our mayor like that.
Hey, I was his height once.
Wait, I was in first grade.
Once.
In first grade?
Trey Mendez, you're doing a good job.
No, he's not.
Come on.
No, absolutely not. Good morning, Frank. I love
Frank Lerma, you're doing a good job with. Do what you do.
Norman
Thank
Esquivel.
you for keeping us safe.
a great
Yes.
individual, Frank. Norman Esquivel, a great individual as well.
I met him during one of the campaigns. Him and his wife,
Yeah.
lovely people,
Amazing.
And it was funny because every time I showed up, his eyes would roll. Oh my God, I viene Vito.
Vito has that effect on everyone. Don't worry, Frank. Actitude Show is a must-see show. It's awesome. Actitud y Pasión. It sounds like one of these telenovelas.
Well,
Vito, did you get to see the timeline that the Brownsville Police Department put out yesterday in regards to the shooting?
I actually heard it on your show last night because I was watching.
Isn't it contradictory?
You know, from what you were getting to what was happening and what actually happened. And I want to say, even to right now, we still don't have all the facts.
We don't
at all.
And this is, and let me go back. This is what's really very, very upsetting. And again, what I mentioned yesterday was they had that press conference too soon, Vito. It was just too quick.
Yeah.
They had no information. They hadn't gotten their stories straight amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And they wanted to come out and share information with the public. It was all a photo op, little moment. It shouldn't be that way. All this district needed to do, all police department needed to do is put up a quick statement. There's an incident. It is fluid, which is now the word going on around Brownsville. It was fluid. No one was hurt. Individuals involved have been arrested. More information to come soon. Exactly. That's all.
Yeah.
Everyone's safe. Everything's okay. Give us time to put everything together. Because what happened last night is actually while we were doing the show, they came out with a timeline. And they neglected to make mention that there was shots fired by the BISD police officer.
Correct.
And again,
which we thought it was the person or the perpetrators were the ones that doing the shooting.
Well, then
which wasn't that the case. And then later it said that they did shoot at the school.
Yes.
And that's why the officer shot at them.
Well, that was added later on that night. Mm-hmm. But right when they were doing the press conference, superintendent went out there and said, and I think this is what flustered your friend,
Luis Sainz,
District Attorney Luis Sainz.
You got my vote, buddy.
Horrible job. But anyway, on this one. But he was very flustered because they were giving out information that they had embedded themselves. And he was frustrated. And I've never seen, and again, I've been following District Attorney Luis Sainz.
Well, we all have because we've been in court
from both sides.
Yeah.
But I've been following. He's never gotten flustered during a press conference because he's always, very meticulous in his information. And I think, again, Luis, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was getting flustered because of all the back and forth information that the superintendent and the Brownsville ISD police chief were out there saying, which was infuriating because it just caused more confusion because the superintendent and the BISD police officer chief basically stated that the officer had shot at the vehicle, while on campus. And that's an issue. That's the main issue.
Mhm.
Because was it justified? Should he have been shooting when the superintendent stated that there were students and parents out there? Was it a good shooting? And again, I'm not questioning the officer.
No.
The officer should have immediately been placed on leave. We don't know if the officer was placed on leave or not
Yeah, and it's because we don't have all the details.
because we don't have
It's still
any
sketchy.
details.
It's still and there was also I heard that the shooting was he was on campus, and while the car was fleeing, he shot at the car.
Yes, that's what
leaving.
that's what we understood.
Yeah,
But again, just say that. But don't say that. Just say that everything's okay. And until you get all the facts straight, because Brownsville Police Department neglected to make mention of that.
Yeah.
Now, my other question, and guys, and again, this came out yesterday. My other question is, they're saying, well, there's the car at Porter that was stolen. Now, again, was it really stolen? Because what happens, and I've seen this a lot, and I think you had one of these experiences one time when you take a car and a relative gets upset, gets mad, and reports it stolen,
exactly.
and then they find the car and they go like, no, él me lo prestó, aquí tengo las llaves. There's a lot of that crap that goes on.
Exactly.
So we don't know if that's even true or not. Was it because when they say, hey, they took a stolen vehicle, automáticamente piensas de que they hotwired it or something. But I'm going to guarantee you folks that they had the keys.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
They had the keys. So they're trying to say like, well, they're criminals. They stole a car. So the shooting was justified. Someone that steals a car, it's not justified to shoot at them on campus, at a school. And I think this is why District Attorney Luis Saenz was going like, ya cállense la boca. And then when the press were asking the questions to the superintendent and the BISD chief, police chief, Luis Saenz went, yeah, we're not going to answer that. Yeah, we already told you. They said, well, but it's something that they had mentioned. So they were just trying to get clarification in regards to the stupidity that was being thrown out there by the superintendent and the chief of police for BISD. Why? Because it was too soon of a press conference.
No, exactly.
It was too soon.
No one had facts.
They had no facts.
No.
And it just made everything worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Exactly.
Why are
Lupe?
there... Oh,
yeah.
You see your
love you, Lupe.
This Murillo.
Yes.
Why were their voices cracking? At the press conference?
This press conference?
They had no facts.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
When my voice starts to crack.
Because it's not fact.
No facts.
Yes, no facts.
We had no facts. And my other concern was, look, at the end of the day, and they could go out there and say, oh, well, social media, misinformation. It's the only information we're getting, folks. And people want to be reassured that everything's going to be okay. And that's all you have to do. In regards to the Perkins lockdown, again, the information came from inside Perkins. You can't negate the videos.
No.
You can't negate the pictures of the students hiding under their desk.
Exactly. Because back in the day when we were in school, we didn't have social media. So you didn't find out if there was a shooting until later that day or until your kids came home and said, oh, by the way, someone beat up somebody or someone shot someone. But now with social media and the robocalls, that's what should have gone out to all the parents. From the kids at Porter, a robocall saying, hey, this is what's going on at Porter. We're on lockdown. Just to keep informed, at this moment, everyone is safe. We will get back to you with further developments.
100%. That's all you had to do.
Exactly.
Just say, folks, we want to reassure that everything's okay and everything. But they went out there and negated that there was any lockdown at Perkins. There was a lockdown. And this is where trust starts to falter and fail, because people start to go like, Chihuahuas, who do we believe? Do we believe the videos that we're seeing, the pictures, or do we believe the superintendent? Superintendent had no clue. You guys have a great chemistry. Good show yesterday and today. I tell him, pero no hace caso. Es un imbécil.
It's because we care. Or he doesn't care about me, but I care about him.
I care about you. I'm the only one that treats you nice.
What?
Good morning, Mr. Castro, Mr. Vito. God bless you, Lina Hermosa.
Lina.
Superintendent was horrible in the conference. He should be banned from speaking publicly. The guy can't speak to save his life.
Don't they have a person that's supposed to speak for them?
Your friend Moody.
Hey, love you, Jason Moody. Woo! Next time, come and talk.
But he would have stumbled because again, nothing against
when you don't have facts.
You don't have facts.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone that would have gone up there for the district would have faltered and failed, fallen flat on your face. They should have had common sense to say, "Let's wait."
Yeah.
But why do you want to come out? And again, if you want to come out and try to calm things down because of what's being said on social media, easy, guys. Give me a call.
I mean, it was, and to the great people of Uvalde, our hearts go out to y'all every time we mention the word Uvalde. Even there, they didn't have any facts.
No,
and exactly what happened there happened here.
100%. And let me say, and it's very, very unfortunate. And again, we should have learned a lot of things from Uvalde.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that the superintendent and all these people should have learned was just give it a little bit of time till we have all the facts. Just reassure folks that everything's safe. And again, just call me, guys. And superintendent, all you have to do is call me, and I'll make sure to put up some posts out there, guys. Everyone's safe. Everything's okay. The district is going to come out with some more information in a little bit. Just
exactly.
Give them time to put everything together. They had no facts. It was confusing. It made things worse because then, and again, it made things worse for you all, superintendent, because y'all appeared to be lying. And then it made things worse for you all again when Brownsville Police Department puts up a timeline in regards to the incidents, and there's no mention of the shooting. And that's what's unfortunate. Mira, ya cuando nos vamos a ir.
Dude, his cheeks are like he's hiding nuts in his cheeks.
I'm here for the second hour.
There's no second hour.
Exactly, the second hour. It's been fun. It's been great.
Guys, have a great day.
It wasn't really real fun.
Guys, it's a great day. Have a great day.
We're just going to leave him by himself for an hour. No one watches his show.
If you still believe in that stuff.
Do you have control of the comments? I actually might leave you. Finger pointing is a career for me. And Frankie, again, I think you made mention a little bit on it in today's show. My concern is they had no information. And then they came up with a timeline last night. It was just completely confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which one do you believe? So now there wasn't a weapon. So obviously this car was driving straight to the officer, right? That what leads us to believe, because an officer is trained only to disfire his weapon whenever he fears for his safety or the community safety. So if there was no gun found in the car, there was no shots fired at Porter. Were these teens or these individuals using that car as a weapon? I think that's what it leads us to believe. But everything's still so fresh, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what happened.
Well, my concern, Frankie, is why even have a press conference when you don't have the facts?
And to the car itself, it got stolen at what, 8 o'clock in the morning?
8:44.
8:44 in the morning. Who steals a car at 8:44 in the morning from a house?
Yeah, see that, Frankie, and I may mention that. I don't know if you're watching. I may mention that there's a lot of cases. I know a lot of cases where el compadre, el tío, or someone takes a vehicle, and they go out, they have keys to it, they use it, and then the upset sister or brother goes out there and calls the police. Hey, they stole my car. And they know well that it wasn't a stolen car.
That'd be a crazy story, actually. If you were responsible for getting your brother into a deep mess on the first day of school, I don't know. It just doesn't sound right. But again, it doesn't look like those three individuals were choir boys. But we'll wait till the facts come in. But you could tell from yesterday's press conference that it probably should have been done maybe later on in the afternoon after they spoke with everybody, just to see what the story was going to be, or if the story was going to be how y'all previously said, hey, this happened, everybody's safe, our students, our faculty are prime concern, and we'll get back to you whenever we can.
Ya pa qué, Frankie?
Yeah,
at the last minute.
We have 3 more minutes. You have anything to final comments?
If I come, good morning, Frankie. God bless you. Erasmo Castro and the Elivo Frankie. Luis, my man. Two goats. Bo, no gun found in the car doesn't mean that they didn't have one. They could have thrown it out during pursuit. My concern, Joe, is was there actually a gun inside the vehicle? Because again, we've got all these conflicting stories. Did they actually shoot? Because that was one of the stories that they shot at the school. And then the other story says, no, they were just trying to hit people by fleeing, and the officer shot at them. Now, Frankie, if the car is coming towards you, is it a justifiable shot? Or did the officer shoot when the car had already passed and shot de para atrás?
And that's the story I heard, that it was fleeing the campus when it was being shot at.
It's being shot at
on International.
Oh,
But
that's
what we have.
that's the story that I got. And
Yeah.
and again, that's where it becomes, are you
irresponsible.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you do not shoot at a vehicle that's fleeing, because you run the risk. Because one of the things that the superintendent said, there was students and parents there. So do you want one of those bullets to hit a student or a parent or another vehicle?
Was this car in pursuit? Because according to the PD timeline, they were called twice: one for the stolen vehicle and one for the shots fired. I don't know why I get an image of either this police officer, BISD police, either asked them to slow down because he did get that over the radio that, hey, there's a gray vehicle in the area. Did he ask him to stop, and he either was going to run him over, or was he in pursuit? Was he being pursued, and this guy, this
shooting
PD, shot at him to try and either hit him
tire
or something, slow him down. So maybe BISD is doing or will be doing damage control, because again, if you have an officer shooting at a fleeing vehicle that possibly ain't, and it's hard to say hypothetically that they're not going to harm anybody, but are you causing the community to be at risk of that bullet?
Exactly.
That's the issue. So if a car is coming, and look, I don't know if you remember, Frankie, but we had an incident where someone was going to be run over by a vehicle. I don't know if you remember, and he shot at the individual because the car was coming at him, and the guy got 15 years because he killed someone. So again, is it the rules apply to thee, not to me? Was a car coming at the officer? Then the officer decided, hey, my life is in danger, let me shoot at them. Or had the car already passed and the guy was just shooting por detrás?
Exactly. And we won't find out until we get the timeline from that officer
or the body cam.
And this was serious, guys, because those were FBI agents at Perkins. BISD does want to downplay this, but if you see the pictures, and we had them up earlier,
the video,
you clearly see, the 3 letters and the guy with an AR, ready. Why were they called? Some say there was a gun. Some say it was because of Porter. But it's going to be very interesting to note, the outcome. And again, we are going to be waiting for this information, but it's going to be tight-lipped. It's going to be tight-lipped. They're going to try and work this thing out to see. I guess they have to do like what do you call it, like a reenaction or whatever, just to see. Did they find any shells? Where did they find the shells? And I don't know. Maybe I watched too much CSI, but it's going to take a while.
The bonds was set for the individuals involved, Frankie, and listen, $2,000 bond
on each one.
Yeah, for the guys from incident yesterday, $2,000, Frankie. That's nothing.
That's $200. Yeah, that's $200 to get out.
Frankie, what I'm trying to say is, what they're being charged with is a lot less than what was mentioned.
Yeah, they're getting
at the press conference.
Reckless
maybe they didn't do anything. Not that they didn't do anything, but maybe the officer was at fault. Maybe
that's where we're getting at.
Yeah, maybe the officer, he was trigger happy. He was, I don't know.
But again, we don't know. We're not trying to speak bad about the officer. But again, where's the training? Again, we just had an incident in Uvalde. Supposedly, there was supposed to be training, resources, and all this thing. Frankie, a $2,000 bond is a jail a jaywalking ticket,
no, driving recklessly.
driving recklessly.
Was that for all three of them?
Right now,
Each one?
someone sent me information. Nelda, you saw it, 2,000 per count for the guys from incident yesterday. There was two guys that were being arraigned this morning.
So if it's per count, they probably got, I don't know, 2,000 doesn't seem per count. They have to be charged with robbery. Was it? Are they going to get aggravated robbery?
That's true. Theft.
I don't think.
Theft.
Frankie, again, Frankie. I don't think that it was a robbery, Frankie. I'm going to guess because of what Vito mentioned in regards to the time in the morning, everything.
Yeah.
El compadre got the car. My boyfriend, my baby daddy got the car. Y se llevó las llaves, and he left. Yo voy a reportar el carro robado.
Yeah, but like that will be settled out in court. The PD, I guess, has a responsibility of if a call was made that of someone's possession was taken, they have to charge them, or I would hope that they would charge them with theft or robbery. And then in court they could come back and say, hey, that was my brother and it was just misunderstanding, blah blah blah. I don't know, but it's weird now.
Hey, Corey Canoe, God bless. Good to see you. Have a great day. Love you. The security was probably shooting blanks like Erasmo. That's why they didn't find any casings.
Does it even work?
No, it still works, but just once a week. Those individuals have already been charged, but none of them have been charged with possession of a gun. That's my concern, Frankie. Again, was there a gun? Was the officer's life really in danger? I'm not questioning the officer. Was it necessary shooting? I think the car came back to a St. Charles address. Also, unauthorized use of motor is not the same as car theft. Exactamente.
Exactly.
That's like a DUI from Pokey's. Not Pokey's Planet, broken sprocket. The fear and anxiety because of school shooting is overwhelming, and some want to arm teachers. Vito does. Es que se llevó el carro y la tarjeta de las estampillas. That sounds a little bit more like it.
It could be.
BID should use his safety program. I love you guys. I love you too. How much total? Let me see if I can find out how much total. But
yeah, that doesn't seem right. Even if it's unauthorized use, that's probably like at least 20 grand. These two counts would have been for what? Fleeing, maybe.
Reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Reckless driving, fleeing.
Yeah.
2 grand. I don't know. Doesn't seem. I would expect at least 100.
Now, I will say that. Look, a lot of times these individuals are arraigned with the charges that they can prove, and then later on, additional charges are added on. Does that make sense, Frankie?
No.
Yeah, and also these judges, they have like a standard, kind of like a general. Oh, if you get a DWI, it's this amount. Again, every case is different, of course, but I think they have like something to measure each case to try and be fair and impartial. Usually, most of the times.
Well,
like murder is like capital murder is like $1 million or $500,000, like stuff like that.
If there were multiple counts, being that you worked in the court system, if there was multiple counts, wouldn't all the counts be read today, or could they be read separately at a later date?
It's like how Erasmo says, like they're usually charged. They usually go before a judge the next day. They're read their charges, and then later on throughout the investigation, if they find more things against them, yeah, they can refile. I mean, they can indict them once again and add to the charges.
Yeah.
Evading arrest, speeding through school zone, and resisting arrest.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. Like I was made to seem or to think that they were like,
joyriding.
Exactly, joyriding. Joyriding and with a gun and.
These 3 charges are nothing, Frankie.
Yeah. And guys, I honestly, I want to say that this is what happened. These guys are probably driving fast. The officer told him to stop. He didn't stop, and either he kind of le sacó la vuelta, and the officer just took out the weapon.
That's what
I don't know. It just and then it freaked out the guys. You think they're gonna stop after that?
No, of course not. Well, you got someone
Like,
shooting at you.
yeah, I don't know. It just but again, it all goes back to that. Did they steal that car? Is it
It's
you
not.
know? But yeah, but they're not being charged with that.
No,
If those are the charges.
I'm going to almost bet you money that it wasn't car theft. I'm willing to bet anyone it wasn't car theft. It was one of these cases that my baby daddy took the car and I'm upset. What am I going to do? I'm going to call law enforcement and say they stole my car.
It seems like it, guys. It seems as if either, and this is thinking outside the box, hypothetical. What if did the police? Why would the police say for a stolen vehicle? I think throughout the press conference they also said stolen. Why aren't they being charged with that? Like, or maybe they can't prove that it was stolen, or maybe I don't know. It just doesn't sound right because that was the idea. Now, did the PD get it wrong in their timeline? Did Rene Gutierrez get it wrong when he said that the officer discharged his weapon because he was in fear of his safety? Which it kind of doesn't seem that way now, but I don't know. It just needs some more questions.
I think, and again, I think this is why Luis Saenz was very frustrated because they were decimating a case that he would be later be building. He was frustrated, Frankie. He was just trying to say, "Yeah, can't answer those," and that's when Derek said, "Well, wait a minute, he just stated this."
Okay, go back, evading arrest, and the second one is speeding through school zone, which means they weren't inside the campus. The school zone is outside.
No, but they can't charge him for anything inside the campus. They could charge him on the road,
coming back out
through the zone.
Okay.
But again, I think, Frankie, and I mean, someone correct. I think they're just nitpicking to make something stick. Because speeding through the school zone is like, let's just add on charges to him because we don't have anything else to put on him.
Yet, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be.
We don't have
evading
the
arrest, yes. Evading arrest, resisting arrest, también. Speeding through the school zone is like, what else can we add on there? I'm surprised they haven't charged him with speeding.
If you look at the timeline, it says that shots were fired at Porter. Like they made it seem as if they were joyriding and they probably did a hey, and they shot, and then the cop was like, "Oh crap!"
That's what it appeared at first. But
right.
Go back, Frankie, and no mention was made, especially that when the press conference came out, no mention was made that the students or the individuals, probably one of them or two of them were students, that they actually shot at the school.
No.
The only shooting that's what Gutierrez said. The only shooting came from the officer, Frankie.
So then that timeline is wrong, and
exactly.
Dr. Rene Gutierrez's statement is wrong, or I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah, we still don't have all the facts.
Again, what if the kid driving the car simply was scared and started driving away? That's what it appears like.
It's a possibility.
And look at the charges. Can't wait for the free My Homies tags. Son los angelitos.
Yes.
The incident started as a radio call regarding a speeding vehicle burning rubber on school property. From there, it escalated. I think that was the second call. And again, my other thing, Frankie, was did the officer at BISD know that it was a stolen vehicle, or did that was later on that they found out that it was reported stolen earlier? Because it made it appear, and again, I hate when they do this. It made it appear like, well, because it was a stolen vehicle, the officer, was concerned.
But how did he know it was stolen?
Because at 8:44, it was reported stolen.
Yeah, but it's not like BISD is going to find out that, there's a stolen vehicle. Check every
Exactamente.
vehicle. Yeah.
They probably snitched and got lower charges according to CSI. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Snitch on what?
Yeah.
Those are my assumptions, not actual charges. Oh, guys, go find out, see if
Give us facts.
Yeah, man.
If you have friends that work for the police department, not like us, find out.
Let's see. The car probably backfires, and they thought it was ahora bien fired. He was a coffee break con las stripes taco lady getting free tacos. Anyway, guys, hopefully throughout the morning we'll get some more information. It's kind of like a sketchy right now.
We're working on it.
Frankie, anything else?
Dude, you still have
Have a good day.
Guys,
you still have 45 minutes with
no,
Frankie.
hell no.
I gotta go. My hand's tired. It never got hard.
Let me show you guys. Once a week.
I'll be here
And-
Friday with more facts.
And for 2 minutes. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. You're still believing in all crap, guys. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.
Stay safe.